starts right now.
All right, we are starting with a live look out at San Antonio. It was a gorgeous sunrise today. 70 degrees, so a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday. But the big difference, all the humidity. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. For now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday.
Hey, good morning.
Towards the end of October. Did you see the sunrise this morning?
Yeah, it was pretty nice in downtown San Antonio. But Max, there are areas of fog, so some people were not able to see the sunrise. But I think that just, like you said, it's noticeably humid outside. Very humid. Take a look outside this morning. You can see on the horizon the lowering cloud deck. We do have some areas of fog. Visibility down to 0 at New Braunfels right now. So New Braunfels area getting pretty dense fog, also near Guadalupe County, seeing some pretty dense fog as well. In San Antonio, visibility is fine. We've got peaks of sunshine here, but generally we're socked into some cloud cover, and you step outside, you instantly feel the humidity, instantly feel the difference in the weather pattern. It's 67 degrees in Kerrville, 71 here in San Antonio, way different than yesterday when we started off at 59. It's 69 in Pleasanton, 73 in Del Rio, and 71 in Cotulla. As for your Sunday forecast, we are going to see some sun in the afternoon, 81 at noon, 86 for the high temperature. Today, though, even though temperatures will be cooler than yesterday, it is still going to feel very warm and humid all day long. We've got southeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 20 miles per hour. The humidity this week is here to stay. We don't have a cold front that's going to sweep away the humidity. However, we will have daily hit or miss chances for rain, meaning isolated rain is in the forecast. And so even though you may not get the rain, this is the thing I think that's going to impact everybody. It's going to be windy at times this week. So take today, secure those Halloween decorations, especially those outdoor Halloween decorations, the lightweight ones, as it is expected to get windy at times this week. More on the forecast, including our daily hit or miss chances for rain, coming up in a bit. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. Big update this morning to a shooting that happened back in August. San Antonio police making an arrest, charging 34-year-old Scotty Ferguson with murder. So this is what we know right now. Arrest records show police were called to a shooting at an apartment complex on Upland Road, near East Side, back on August 8th. Investigators found a man inside his apartment with multiple gunshot wounds. So that man was taken to the hospital. That's where he later died. But earlier that night, a man was seen flagging down an ambulance. He was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Police discovered that these two incidents were in fact connected to that shooting on Upland. And after searching through surveillance footage from the apartment complex, Ferguson was taken to jail and booked for murder. Also new this morning, a crash near East South Cross Boulevard ends with one man dead and another in the hospital. San Antonio police tell us that this all happened when a speeding driver crossed over a double yellow line, hit an incoming truck head on. Now, that driver, believed to be in his 20s, pronounced dead on the scene. Meanwhile, the truck driver taken to the hospital. They are recovering. We expect more information throughout the day, so make sure to stay with us on air and online. Tejano San Antonio-based stories exclusively performed at a West Side theater. They're going to be put on pause, but they're put on pause for a good reason. It's so that it can undergo intense renovations. The Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center expected to be fully revamped into a destination performance theater. Everything from the stage, backstage seating, building acoustics, and so much more. It's going to be modernized. For the next 2 years, the theater will be temporarily closed.
We are now at the point that we have vintage equipment. We deserve the best facilities, just like there are facilities with the best amenities in other parts of town. We deserve to have those in the west side of San Antonio.
So performances will continue, just not there. These partnerships are going on with other local theaters, so the new and improved theater set to reopen in late 2025. So 1 in 8 women across the United States will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's an opportunity to make sure that you and your family, you have the right information. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. So joining us today, Dr. Dalwadi, breast radiation oncologist with UT Health San Antonio MD Anderson Cancer Center. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for joining us dark and early on a Sunday morning. So right off the bat, what are some of the risk factors of breast cancer that our viewers should know about?
Some risk factors are not preventable, such as age. Older women are more at risk, and being a woman. Other risk factors are preventable, such as obesity, never having pregnant or having a first child at an older age, the use of hormone replacement pills. Other risk factors are radiation exposure or a family history of breast cancer or ovarian cancer.
We talk about getting checked as often as possible. So when should women start getting checked? When should anyone start getting checked? And how often should you get a mammogram?
So women of average risk should begin getting their mammogram at age 40. They should get it every 1 to 2 years. But if you have a history of radiation or many people in your family have been diagnosed with breast cancer, I would encourage you to speak to your physician to see if you qualify for earlier screening.
And we were talking earlier, what does the problem look like specific to San Antonio?
Honestly, in San Antonio, we're really catching up since the COVID era when the pandemic was at its height, making sure that women are getting back into clinics and getting their mammograms on time.
So there is a difference between the 2D and 3D mammograms. Which mammogram should a woman ask for, and really what's the difference?
A 2D mammogram has been the standard of care for decades and honestly is able to detect most cancers. A 3D mammogram is now the standard at most modern facilities because they're able to acquire images in different angles and provide more information on how concerning a lesion is. So think about requesting a 3D mammogram if you have dense breast tissue or a strong family history and just overall at a higher risk of getting that diagnosis. If you're getting your mammogram at a specialized center, especially one with an experienced breast radiologist, you're going to be in good hands.
And speaking of those risks, how can women lower their risks of breast cancer?
So eating a nutritious, healthy diet, exercising, limiting alcohol, and visiting your doctor for regular exams. And of course, doing your mammograms for screening on time will lower your risks of being diagnosed with advanced breast cancer.
And we know being aware of the risks and being aware of your family history is so important. So tell us about possibility of genetic testing and even counseling.
So most women with breast cancer will actually qualify for genetic screening based on the most recent guidelines. But for women without a breast cancer diagnosis, it's less clear. And genetic counseling may not be needed. If you have a strong family history of cancer, it would be worth talking to your primary care doctor to see if you would be able to get genetic screening to better understand your risk.
All right, Dr. Dalwadi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate your time. Anyone who missed any part of the interview, we're going to have all this information, what you and your family need to know. Just head to the Leading SA section on KSAT.com. Time now, 8:08, 71 degrees. We have a lot to come here on GMSA. The Civic Park at Hemisphere will have a green lawn all year long thanks to a special irrigation system created by engineers. What kind of water they're using and how it all works right after the break. And if you haven't been to the new Hemisphere, it looks amazing. It really is a modern marvel right in the middle of San Antonio. And speaking of San Antonio, let's take a live look downtown. The sun is out. I do feel bad. Sarah had a great point. Some of you out there, you have so much fog, you couldn't even see the beautiful sunrise. Maybe someone will send some pictures in. We can only hope. We're going to check in with Sarah, what you can expect for the rest of your day in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. So, have you ever heard of the term nuisance water? I haven't. It sounds bad, right? Well, that's actually not the case for San Antonio's newest public park, Civic Park at Hemisphere. RJ Marquez explains how engineers turned the nuisance water under the convention center into a state-of-the-art irrigation system that's actually going to help keep the park beautiful around the year.
The 5 water springs at Civic Park have quickly become a popular attraction for many visitors.
The nuisance water system that we have here at Civic Park is one of the most unique features about the park.
You heard that right. Nuisance water is part of the park's unique irrigation system. We got a look at how all of this works.
What the design does is capture that nuisance water from the French drains around the convention center.
The groundwater is then filtered and sent to the connecting springs and Great Lawn. The water does not come from the Edwards Aquifer or city's water system, meaning there will be no watering restrictions during drought periods.
Believe it or not, we installed this lawn in July. We never had to pull potable water, and this lawn was emerald green from the day we put it in.
Another interesting part of this irrigation system is the underground cistern, which is directly below us right now. It is 40 feet below ground and collects more than 41,000 gallons of water.
16 different parts that made 8 kind of clamshells. So there's 8 bottom pieces that go around, they interlock together.
And if you can imagine that, it's as big as a swimming pool. It's huge.
The system also waters the park's 200 trees and shrubs. This is all part of Civic Park's conservation efforts.
When we were thinking about the design, we were thinking about water sustainability, and being able to use nuisance water is one of the most sustainable practices that we could think of. It's been such a joy to watch people come in and enjoy the springs, dip their feet in the water.
RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Okay,
That is so awesome.
It's beautiful, and anyone out there watching, if you haven't been out to the new Civic Park, it's awesome. Head out there. Beautiful day to walk around.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it a beautiful day to walk around?
It'll be humid.
Okay.
And
Bring
Max,
some water.
We've been spoiled with the low humidity the last week and a half or so. So humidity is back in a big way. Some areas even seeing some fog this morning. I want to show you this picture that was sent in to us through the KSAT Connect. You mentioned the beautiful sunrise.
Nice.
That's out in Cuero, but notice at the bottom of your screen there, you can see the fog there as well. Yeah, so we've got some patchy fog in the valleys around south central Texas and some dense fog out in Guadalupe and parts of Comal counties. You can see that visibility is down to 0 in New Braunfels, down to only a quarter of a mile in San Marcos, down to a little bit more than half a mile in Seguin, and down to 0 in Gonzales. This is where the densest fog is, but as you're driving around San Antonio this morning, you may see some areas of patchy fog out there. You can see outside right now, we've got plenty of cloud cover, some areas of sun, but at the airport it's completely cloudy, 71 degrees. And again, the biggest thing you notice is the humidity. Dew points are in the upper 60s. That is muggy. Yesterday, our dew points were in the 40s. So yes, we have seen the return of humidity, and the humidity is not going to go anywhere this week. Dew points are going to stay high all week long. We do not have one of those cold fronts sweeping through that would allow for drier conditions in San Antonio. So it's going to stay humid all day long. Take a look at temperatures around San Antonio. 71 degrees in San Antonio, 65 in New Braunfels, 67 in Kerrville, 74 in Del Rio, 66 in Rock Springs. That compared to yesterday when we were starting off the day in the 50s. And then again, this is the biggest change. Dew points up some 20 to 25 degrees just within the last 24 hours. Noticeably humid all day long. By 10, we're going to be at 75, 81 at noon. In the afternoon, partly cloudy skies and 86 degrees. You know, yesterday we got up to 93. So we will be 7 degrees cooler today. But to be honest with you, it may just feel a little bit warmer outside today because of that humidity. So keep that in mind. Then mostly cloudy this evening, and temperatures will not cool down that easily. It's still going to be in the 70s after sunset. And take a look off to the west here. You can see there's Tropical Storm Norma. Tropical Storm Norma made landfall in Cabo San Lucas as a Category 1 hurricane. That is going to be sending us some moisture our way. And so by early tomorrow, we have a chance for rain. Take a look at the futurecast. This is tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. You can see around San Antonio, there will be some of those streamer showers early tomorrow morning. Not rain for everybody, but some of those showers that stream from the south to the north, and that could impact parts of the morning commute early tomorrow. Chances for rain tomorrow are only 30%. We're going to see a break in the rain until about the afternoon, when again a few streamer showers are possible. No big rainfall amounts for us in San Antonio. It's going to be hit or miss. Really, the better rain chances from the energy from Norma will be from Del Rio up to Sonora and Junction, perhaps as as far east as Kerr County and Gillespie County. That's where the most rain will likely fall Monday and Tuesday. And unfortunately, around San Antonio, you'll be lucky if you see a decent amount of rain, the least amount of rain possible around San Antonio. So while rain will be hit or miss this week, something that will impact everybody are the windy conditions that are expected, primarily Monday night and Tuesday night, when wind gusts could happen up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. No, it's not Halloween yet, but a lot of us have our Halloween decorations out, our lightweight Halloween decorations. Take today, when the winds will be calmer, to secure those lightweight Halloween decorations outside. Make sure those inflatables are tied down or deflated as well. Again, hit or miss rain is possible this week. 30 to 40% chance just about every single day. Coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about that slightly better rain chance on Wednesday. Otherwise, Max, this is a very spring-like forecast for us. Mild mornings, you're not going to need the sweater. Warm afternoons and daily hit or miss rain in our forecast.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Time now, just about 8:19, 71 degrees. So yesterday, people gathered to remember their loved ones who died after shootings with local law enforcement agencies. We hear from those families in just a bit. But first, a couple still grieving from the loss of their child, turning their tragedy into purpose, a specialized home that they designed, and how it saves other children from preventable accidents. And before we head to break, a quick look at those lotto numbers. All right, starting off with pick 3, 603, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 5088, Fireball 5, your cash 5, 1, 8, 14, 17, 28, Lotto Texas 8, 12, 31, 32, 43, 46. Here we go, the Powerball 6, 15, 24, 67, 68, Powerball 11, Power Play 2. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. It is the place where children should be their safest, their home. But every year, tens of thousands of children, they're injured by products in and around the house. Many of these accidents, they're preventable. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz takes us inside a special house created by a family trying to turn tragedy into purpose.
Charlie Horn was only 2 years old when he was killed while trying to climb on a small dresser in his bedroom. Now his parents, Brett and Jenny, are turning tragedy into their mission. They created Charlie's House, the nation's first safety demonstration home, designed from the ground up and dedicated to reducing home accidents.
It's a place where parents and caregivers can come and they can learn how to properly child-proof their home.
It shows parents the dangers of unsafe sleep in the nursery, furniture prone to tipping over, poisonous items and choking hazards in the bathroom, kitchen, and laundry, and fire hazards they may not have thought of.
There are so many hidden hazards that exist within the home, and this house is a place that parents and caregivers can visit to learn about various hazards that exist and learn what they can do to prevent risks.
The house is located in Kansas City, Missouri, but families can take a virtual tour. For years, the Horns have worked with safety advocates demanding tougher standards for furniture. The new Sturdy Act does that, setting standards for furniture like the dresser that killed Charlie. And they work to draw attention to new risky products.
New products are always a concern, and so it's important to keep up to date with new guidance on safe sleep.
It's a constant battle, but for the Horns, it's a mission that's personal. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Time now, 8:25, 71 degrees. We have a lot to come here on GMSA, what the Border Patrol found after a startling discovery, and of course the latest on Israel against the terrorist organization Hamas. But first, I want to give a special shout out to one of our directors for it. Don is one of our directors, and this is his grandson. It is his first birthday coming up this week. They had their party yesterday. So special happy birthday to little Theodore. I'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. I'm Max Massey. So we know fall is seemingly in full effect. We have the pumpkin patches open, the Halloween decorations are up. But Sarah, yesterday, it did not feel like fall out there.
No, we got up to 93 degrees yesterday, but hey, at least the humidity was low. Now today we're going to be cooler, but way more humid. In fact, take a look outside this morning. You can see in the visibility that it's down in New Braunfels to 1/4 of a mile. Visibility is worse east of San Antonio, but you can see even in Castroville, we're dealing with 5-mile visibility. So as you're driving out and about this morning, you will notice areas of patchy fog. Again, the humidity, the big story this morning. That's why we're starting off some 15 degrees warmer than how we did yesterday. It's 71 in San Antonio, 70 in Helotes, 68 in Bandera, 66 in New Braunfels, 71 in Hondo, 67 in Los Maples. Good morning in Kerrville, where it's 68 degrees rather. And looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, we've got fairly cloudy skies out there right now. It's still going to be cloudy and 75 at 10, mostly cloudy around noon and 81. We won't get into the 90s today, but it is going to be humid all day long, so you'll feel every degree of that high temperature of 86 degrees. And the last few nights, temperatures have cooled down nicely after sunset. That's not going to be the case today. We're still going to be in the 70s after sunset. Humidity is here to stay, and in the week ahead, there are pretty much daily chances for hit or miss rain. Now, this is not going to be that drought denting or drought busting rain that we need, just kind of those daily isolated. A few folks will get some rain chances in the week ahead. Now, the rain will be one thing that some people will get this week, but all of us will experience pretty windy conditions. I'll tell you what that may mean for those Halloween decorations outside coming up in just a bit. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. We know a lot of people are going to be out and about today, whether it is going to those pumpkin patches, headed to church, doing what you got to do on your Sunday mornings. But a big reminder, if you are on the roads today, the main lanes of Loop 1604 eastbound fully closed from Vance Jackson Road exit to the Lock Hill Selma Road entrance ramp. You're also going to see closures along the Loop 1604 eastbound collector distributor at the I-10 interchange and 1604 eastbound frontage road at I-10 interchange. Obviously, we're throwing a lot of numbers at you. You can check out the full list of closures and detours on our website, ksat.com. All right, we have a lot coming in the newsroom this morning. New this morning, 2 people in the hospital after an officer in a patrol car crashed into a vehicle. So this is what we know right now. It happened a little after 9:30 last night. This is the intersection of Ray Ellison Boulevard and 5 Palms Drive. Police on the scene telling us an officer collided with the vehicle that had 3 people inside. 2 of those passengers taken into the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We do expect a full report later today. The crash still under investigation. And San Antonio police searching for a suspect who allegedly stabbed his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend in the leg. This happened a little after 2 a.m. today. This is on Southeast Military Drive. It all unfolded in a parking lot of City-based Cinemas San Antonio. Police on the scene telling us the new couple met up in the parking lot, and that's when the woman's ex-boyfriend showed up. The 2 men, the ex and the current boyfriend, they started fighting. The ex pulled out a knife, stabbed the new boyfriend in the leg. That new boyfriend taken to the hospital. At last check, he's stable. Police did find a gun in the parking lot, but the suspect had already taken off at that time. The investigation is still ongoing, but as we told you, police do know who is responsible. A call for justice and remembrance. Families, friends, honoring more than a dozen people yesterday who died after shootings with local law enforcement agencies. Now, Avery Everett spoke to some of those families who want to make sure their loved ones' memories are never forgotten.
You never know what road they were going to go down because they were all taken away from us.
17 faces.
It's an unbearing pain.
And 17 names.
We lost Marquise Jones in 2014.
But family and friends say it's not so easy to count the memories and stories of these 17 people who were killed by police and deputy shootings.
Stop looking at them as criminals or whatever the case may be that you want. These were human beings. These were people's family members. These were people who were loved.
That love living on through the memories of their families.
Always making jokes, hilarious, like just over the top hilarious.
Even with a stain on the stories of their deaths.
He was shot 12 times from behind.
On the eve of a national coalition's anti-police brutality day, and the day after the heavenly birthday of Andre A.J. Hernandez, the 13-year-old boy who was shot by SAPD police in 2022. Families say they're living with the reality of not having their loved ones.
Remember him as a human being that put others first before him.
Some of these shootings, like that of Melissa Perez, who was experiencing a mental health crisis when she was shot and killed just months ago, ended with fired officers and more funding for mental health response. The most recent of these fatal police shootings was just 1 month ago. Last weekend, SAPD released the dash and body camera footage of that night, justifying the fatal shooting of Jesus Hernandez because he was holding a machete that could, quote, seriously injure or kill a civilian or officer. These displays show only a handful of people, and families hope these situations can be prevented in the future.
This is what we're going to do and keep putting their names out there to where people don't forget who they were.
And they hope the memories of their loved ones are never lost.
SAPD says all of these shooting investigations are treated separately. When it comes to these cases where an SAPD officer shoots a suspect, that case is then sent to the DA's office for review. We reached out to SAPD for comment on the event, and as of Saturday night, have yet to hear back. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And a community still recovering from the tragic shooting at Robb Elementary, the memory of Lexi Rubio lives on in an honorary 5K run in honor of her life. So Lexi's legacy run, it now enters its second year. It took place this weekend on what it would have been her 12th birthday. An in-person run held yesterday morning at 9 a.m. in Uvalde, but participants were able to join in online. Proceeds from the run will go towards the Lives of Robbed. It's a nonprofit organization started by those affected by the tragedy, including Lexi Rubio's family.
Some days I run and it feels good, but some days I run and I'm sad that day. Even on the difficult days I push myself, but today it wasn't a difficult day because I was surrounded by so much love.
So Lexi, one of the 19 fourth grade students who were shot and killed in Robb Elementary, along with 2 of their teachers back in May of last year. In your morning headlines, Israel Defense Forces say the military has notified the families of 212 hostages that their loved ones are being held by Hamas terrorists in the neighboring Gaza Strip. That number has continued to increase as the IDF investigates the situation and gathers more intel on Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel. Obviously, a lot more updates throughout the morning. We have new updates on the humanitarian aid being brought into Gaza and the United States military ships increasing their presence in the region. Matt Gutman has the latest.
This morning, Israel creeping ever closer to a large-scale invasion of the Gaza Strip, amassing hundreds of thousands of troops on Gaza's border. That is, Israel's Air Force continues to bomb Gaza, rescuers frantically searching for survivors, clawing through the rubble of several residential buildings after an Israeli airstrike. Nearly 4,400 dead in Gaza, and in Israel, more than 1,400. In Gaza, over 164,000 residential units destroyed, and today, Palestinian officials reporting that over 1.4 million have been displaced. With that ground invasion looming, the Rafah border crossing with Egypt briefly opening Saturday, allowing 20 trucks with critical supplies to pass into Gaza.
We know that the priorities in Gaza right now are water, food, medicine, and fuel, and so that we are prioritizing our pipeline accordingly.
UNICEF saying the drinking water it supplied was enough for only 22,000 people for a single day. 2.2 million live in the Gaza Strip. And now questions about when the next round of vital aid could pass through. With international concerns soaring over Palestinian casualties, we spoke with the head of the Israeli military's medical corps.
Have you instructed them to help care for Palestinian casualties they find along the way if this incursion happens?
To us, it does not matter who's the one lying on the floor. It can be an alien, it can be a tourist, it can be a Palestinian, it can be my friend. We are committed to our ethics, we're committed to our values.
This comes as American citizens are still trapped inside Gaza, including 10-year-old Aden Tawil and his mother, who went to Gaza to spend time with family when the war broke out. Over the weekend, Hamas in Gaza releasing 2 American hostages, Judith and Natalie Raanan. The late-night handoff brokered by Qatar and facilitated by the Red Cross. It spawned hope in Israel for the other 200 hostages held by Hamas, a daily protest outside the military headquarters growing overnight. Sherry Elbad's daughter, Leary, was one of those taken.
Have you been here every day?
We are here every day, since last Saturday.
And now concern is growing.
Are you nervous? Are you scared now because Israel's closer to this invasion?
Yeah, of course I'm scared because what does that mean? I don't know where is my daughter. Nobody knows.
That was Matt Gutman reporting. Time now just about 8:40, 71 degrees. All right, back here at home, a lot going on. Changing seasons, changing colors of the trees right here in South Central Texas. After the break, talking about how 2 years of drought how that's going to impact what this year's foliage is going to look like.
As temperatures drop during the fall season, leaves start to turn into beautiful fall colors. Trees that are native to our area, like big-tooth maples and bald cypress trees, throw off these colors, especially in the hill country, lost maples, and even right here in San Antonio.
Lost maples is like the highlight, the best place to view fall foliage if the conditions are right, because they have the big-tooth maples, which is our native maple, and they can turn vibrant orange and red. And then more local in San Antonio, if it's good fall color, I mean, even the Riverwalk is lined with those big bald cypress trees, so you can get nice fall color there.
Leaves start to change color as chlorophyll, which is the pigment that makes them green, breaks down as days become shorter and cooler temperatures set in. Other pigments are then revealed, which produce the yellow, orange, and red hues that appear in the fall.
And even though some species of trees like this pecan tree are already starting to show signs of fall foliage, peak fall foliage doesn't take shape until mid to late November.
The extent of this color-changing process can be at the mercy of the weather, though, especially after 2 years of prolonged drought. Davis has already seen firsthand the toll that this drought has taken on local tree health and says that it could keep this season's fall foliage from reaching its maximum potential.
A healthy tree is going to produce more vibrant colors. And so since we've been in 2 years of drought, we kind of expect there to be some dull leaves, premature dropping, because they just don't have enough water and resources to maintain those leaves.
Although we had drought in place last year, foresters were surprised at 2022's fall color and attribute it to higher rainfall late in the summer and in November. As for this year, while some leaves have already dropped, Davis says she hopes we're surprised again by that peak fall color timeframe. Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
Great story, Mia. Thank you so much. Yeah, it does not feel like fall though outside right now because humidity is back, Max, and it's not going anywhere. We're going to stay humid all day long. Let's go ahead and take a look outside with visibility right now. You can see that visibility is worse east of San Antonio. New Braunfels down to 1/4 mile. Austin area even experiencing dense fog, less than 1/4 mile visibility. 1/2 mile visibility in Gonzales, and a little bit closer you can see that Seguin visibility is less than a mile too. Even in Castroville, visibility down to 7 miles. So we are going to see some areas of patchy fog this morning, but as you can see outside with live cam right now, also seeing a few peaks of sunshine there as well. Take a look at temperatures around San Antonio. 71 in the Alamo City. This is after yesterday morning. We started off in the 50s. 68 at Stinson, 67 at Kelly, and at GMSA Randolph at 68 degrees. Temperatures are some 10 to 15 degrees warmer than the start of the day yesterday around San Antonio. So you know it's going to be a bit of a different day than what we had yesterday. Yesterday we had the heat. We got up to 93 degrees, but we had low humidity all day, so it really felt okay in the shade. Today, you're going to feel every single degree outside. 75 at 10 o'clock and still fairly cloudy. Around noon, mostly cloudy at 81. In the afternoon, partly cloudy skies. We're going to be topping off at 86 degrees today, and it's not going to cool down all that easily and quickly overnight tonight. Temperatures will still be in the 70s by the start of the day tomorrow. Take a look at high temperatures around the metro area. Our average high is 81. We are going to be warmer than that by about 5 degrees or so. 86 in San Antonio. Hondo, you'll be at 88. 88 in Bandera, 84 in Kerrville. Nixon Smiley area, 90 degrees. 90 in Floresville, 89 in Pleasanton, 88 in Seguin, and 89 in New Braunfels. Now, for the week ahead, we are going to have daily rain chances, but before you get too excited, our rain chances are relatively low, at most 40% on Wednesday. So coverage is going to be hit or miss when it comes to this rainfall. So about 30 to 40%. So we will get some rain from Tropical Storm Norma, but not enough to allow for us to see any real big drought denting rainfall. So Tropical Storm Norma is going to fall apart across Mexico and send some moisture our way, so that by the start of the morning tomorrow, there will be areas of streamer showers, those showers that stream across from south to north around San Antonio. Again, hit or miss. There will be those that get rain, those that miss out on rain. Then as we head into the midday hours, a bit of a break tomorrow, and in the afternoon with a little bit of daytime heating, a few more showers are possible. Coverage tomorrow, again, only 30%. However, better rain chances the further west you go, from Del Rio to Sonora to Junction to even Gillespie and Kerr County. This is going to be the leftover energy from Norma in this area, and that's why it's going to have that better chance for showers and storms west of San Antonio. Now, our rain chances continue in the week, at least isolated rain, because of a trough of low pressure swinging across Texas. It's going to be providing the most rainfall for areas from Oklahoma City down to North Texas, but we'll be on the tail end of that system. So on Wednesday, a 40% chance for scattered showers and storms. So while rain chances and rain will be hit or miss, everybody is going to experience fairly windy conditions this week, particularly Monday night and Tuesday night. We'll be looking at wind gusts of up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. I've been driving around my neighborhood. I see a lot of wonderful Halloween decorations, but a lot of those are lightweight. So take today, tie down those Halloween decorations, because again, it's going to get pretty windy for parts of the week ahead, particularly Monday night and Tuesday night. A very spring-like forecast for us, Max. Morning lows in the 70s, so you won't need that jacket this week. And then highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, and it's going to stay humid all week long. No cold front to sweep out that humidity until perhaps early next week, close to Halloween. We'll be refining that forecast as we get closer to the holiday.
It is cool to see after a summer of just hot, 100-degree day after. I mean, mixing it up on the forecast a little bit.
Hey, and last week we got spoiled with the low humidity, the cool mornings. This week it's going to feel more like spring.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Time now just about 8:50, 71 degrees. A quick live look one more time. We know a lot of people headed out and about. Pumpkin patches, church, Sunday morning errands. If you are out and about, make sure to be safe, be smart. We'll be right back.
I'm making sugar skulls. The sugar skull represents your loved one that has passed away. And you decorate them with glitter, with feathers, colored foil, and you write the name of your deceased loved one on the forehead of it. And the reason that they're made of sugar is so that when you go to the gravesite, which is traditionally where you would place them, that the ants or the rain will eventually wash it all away, symbolizing the temporary status of life. We believe that as long as you're remembered in life, you're not dead. But what I do is I put about 5 pounds of sugar and 5 tablespoons of meringue powder. If you're gonna color it, this is where you would add the color. So once you have the sugar and the meringue powder mixed, you're gonna put in some water. And very little water is required. I get like a little thing like this and then just put it in tablespoon at a time, and it starts to get that kind of wet sand feeling. And once it sticks together like this, that's how you know it's ready. A sugar skull mold should have 2 pieces, the front of the skull and the back. You pack the sugar into the mold very tightly. You take a piece of cardboard and smooth out that part and then gently lift off. Sugar skulls were originally done when the Spanish came over, and they showed the natives how to do sugar art. So I leave them for 24 hours to dry. I like to keep everything edible as I get some royal icing. It's basically what pastry chefs use as glue. And there you go. And you've made a sugar skull.
That is incredibly impressive. All right, as you can imagine, and as you probably know, we are getting closer and closer to this year's Dia de los Muertos Festival. It is happening next weekend, October 28th and October 29th at Hemisphere Park. You can get tickets, learn more about the events. Just scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you right to the site. Everything you need to know.
All right, we got the pollen count in. Everything looks pretty good. Molds,
nice.
fall elm, pigweed, ragweed, all present, but in low amounts. That's a nice looking pollen count. This morning, though, visibility is still low out east toward New Braunfels and Seguin, although we are starting to see visibility improve up to about 3/4 of a mile in New Braunfels. You can see peaks of sunshine there off in the distance as well. And so for the forecast today, 81 at noon, 86 for the high today, southeast winds at 10 to 15, gusting up to 20. It's going to be even windier Monday night and Tuesday night, so tie down those Halloween decorations tonight. Keep in mind that it is going to be humid all week long with isolated to widely scattered rain in the forecast. So hit or miss showers for us every day, and you won't need the sweater, Max.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Thank you for spending your weekend with us. Have a great rest of your Sunday.